I just did it.
What's good, guys? Got some tales for out today. It's your boy scopic, aka OGKO, aka Miguel.
Jhordy.
My name's Heber.
And today we're going to start it off with lying to yourself.
And I'm going to go off onto actualization.
And then for the last topic, I'm going to be talking about a community that I found called Milady.
Yep. And so without further ado, let's get started. So with lying to yourself. So little backstory. Basically, what inspired this topic was, I'll say, life's a
Personal
journey.
experience.
Personal experiences, sure, but I think.
I mean, that's why I wanted to also hop on this wave too, because you know, it's important thing to me. You know, I had an important experience with it too. You know,
for sure.
And it's a thing that happens to humans.
Yeah,
it's part of the human experience, which is, you know.
And part of the
Everything
human
we talk
experience
about.
is factual. And part of the human experience is ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? With like whatever it is you're going through. I mean, I feel like when you're on a purpose, you're on a mission, and when you're on a mission, you're on a journey, and when you're on a journey, you know, there's rocks on the road type shit, you know, and there's speed bumps and whatnot. And so I feel like those speed bumps can be classified as downs. You know, you go through ups and downs, kind of like a roller coaster. And so the reason I bring this topic up to lying to yourself is because at times I thought this was normal and almost needed to go through these downs. And
what did you just say?
He's talking about his ups and downs. But what I'm mainly interested in is like
I was like, have you lied to yourself?
Oh, shit.
Because we both agreed, like, yeah, we and you were just like, you were like,
oh yeah, definitely.
You were like, cool.
Yeah, you definitely lied to yourself.
Yeah,
okay. You're a liar. But
I'm getting to that.
I just wanted to know if he had that experience, because he didn't say anything about it. I was
I'm just listening.
Oh God, I thought he was listening too.
I was just listening.
Nah, my bad. I just don't know your story behind that.
No, for sure.
I'll let you know.
He'll let us know,
bad.
bro.
I was eager.
Yeah, that's cool. Eagerness is accepted here. Anyways, I saw more as excitement.
Calm me
anyways,
down.
But so at a point in time, I was almost telling myself like it's okay to go through these types of moments in your life, which it is, you know. But sometimes it was like I would lie to myself because
human, you know, it's a human experience. It's a justification, basically.
I think part of it was justification,
that
and another part of it was rationalizing like the things that like I was doing, perhaps, and like being when I knew that it wasn't like.
That's what leads to lying to yourself. But.
Right. And so I was like, damn, this isn't really being true to myself. I'm like really lying to myself, and like. I had to like figure out like I really just being aware of the fact that this is taking place, you know. And so that was kind of like my shorthand experience with it, and I thought it was really cool because again, like I'm very passionate about the things I do, especially like with my endeavors.
Tight.
I high key live them, you know, type shit.
That's crazy.
I experience them.
We experience them.
You know, we
fucking.
Yeah. Like, what are we doing right now? Type shit. You know, and it's literally like a good chunk of my day-to-day life, even in my thinking process, bro. So like,
I literally be deconstructing this shit all the time.
Yeah, bro. Like I think that's part of like the creative mindset.
Isn't that weird how we have like the same ideas?
I think that's what brings us like doing the shit we do. You know, it's like we're different, but we have our own, you know, ideas, and that's, you know. But a little bit of a tangent there. What I was just trying to get to was. I realized, bro, like, you have to be aware of the fact that what's taking place. And that was when I hit my lows, was when I realized that I was lying to myself because I wasn't being truthful with what I was actually doing and actually, like...
But how did you become aware?
By being in the present moment. So, with being in the present moment, I realized, like, okay, what I'm doing
like
now...
partly, like, just facing it. Because sometimes you kind of avoid something instinctively.
No, that's a good point. Maybe. I don't think that was really, like, my experience with it, but I can see where you're coming from, though. Like, I think for me, it was more about being, like, aware in the present moment and being like, oh, shit, you know what? Like, what I'm doing right now, like, say, for example, I was doing something I wasn't supposed to, like, and ultimately, I don't want that to be, like, I don't want to, like, live from that experience and the outcome, you know? I want to work for what it is I'm trying to do, and whatever I do in the present moment, it either makes or breaks into what's going to, like, come down the road. You know, like, I think there was, like, this one thing where it was, like, what you do now amplifies or multiplies by, like, 3 or some shit like that, right?
That classic compound.
Is it that? I don't know. I remember hearing that, like, in high school.
Like,
stuck with me.
I don't know what it's called exactly, but it's like if you do 5%.
Maybe
every day 5%.
I don't know. Maybe we can find the quote, but I think it was more philosophical than that. Maybe more like logical. But yeah, man. And so I had to realize that I wasn't doing what I wanted to live like. you know.
So what were you almost expressing? Like, were you consciously aware the whole time that you were lying to yourself?
No, absolutely not. You know, especially when I knew it would help me get my way, and help me.
So what was that?
Just being like a certain type of individual at times.
But what was that? You know what I mean? That what was the individual? Like, what even was that creation at its finest?
I think it was.
Isn't it just an idea plastered onto you?
No, I think it's a thought process, man.
But it's like you wear it.
Sure.
You're literally wearing it on your mind, and it like it literally expresses without your body.
I guess so.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know how I feel about that. True.
That's a pretty nutty thing that I just came aware of.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess so. I go back through like certain moments, and I'm like, okay, like that low-key wasn't what I'm trying to be, you know, and like it's cool because like now I'm like actually like living and seeing and viewing life how I've always wanted to.
Yeah.
So it's lit, man. It's lit, absolutely. But it also hurts, and it's part of the process. But I think to wrap up my point of view with it, or my experience with it, because I'm also very curious and interested to know what y'all's experiences with it is. I realized that I was going through downs more than ups. Realized, okay, I was lying to myself in a sense that I wasn't doing what I had to be doing.
Like the chart's going down. Like
the charts. What?
Like
You said more downs than ups.
Like your stock levels going down.
You said more downs than ups. You know?
Speaking about
Like
stocks,
people selling. Let's not get into that.
Nah, but yeah, and so I just kind of had to have that awareness, tap in with some, you know, prison moment, whatnot. You know, it's a gift for a reason, you know, type shit. And so yeah.
So how was it viewing yourself in that state, or like becoming aware? Like, how did you view yourself?
It was interesting, man, because you ever just listen to yourself speak?
Yeah, you know, like it's like you like you just your body's going to you like yo, what is
like,
actually going on in my body?
So I talk to myself a lot, right? Like a lot. I don't know if I've told y'all this, but I'll be riding around like having full on combos. Like I'm really my best friend at times. Like on some real shit. Like I really be.
Like that makes me feel like shit.
Vocally.
Right. Like out loud.
That's very different.
Very out loud, yeah. And I'm like open to say that, you know. I really don't care because like that's part of who I am. I've been like that since like I was a very little kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure many out there maybe are also scared to say that, but
like no one can relate.
I mean, hey, that's what's up, you know.
Yeah, no one can relate right now.
I just feel like when I heard myself say the things I was saying, and I was like, why the fuck would I say that?
Are you actually talking though?
You can't be saying shit that you shouldn't be saying.
Yeah, because you'll manifest it. Like you're constantly manifesting.
Talking? Like what's speaking?
What do you mean what's speaking?
Like it's I'm trying to think like the entity almost put inside one.
No, bro. Yeah, I think you're overcomplicating it a little bit.
I'm making it like soul based, bro. Like,
I'm making it like soul based type shit.
But I don't think he's.
I don't think mine is very soul. No, I am soul based, but not on this topic. Like this experience isn't soul based. This is more just like human experience.
To understand right
no,
now?
it is. It's not. It's not.
It's not confusing.
It's just.
It's like
just might not be tapped into it. You know.
No, I mean this experience was more human experience than outside.
I think it's because that's your entire experience.
Damn, perhaps.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Like
I'm looking trying to hear that though.
I mean, when was the point of you lying to yourself? Or like, do you still?
Was forever, man.
Forever. Oh, right.
Yeah.
But that was like related to identity, or
true. That was first
different?
off.
What was it differently? How was it differently than identity?
I think creating a version of yourself that is accepted by other people, and if you learn to highly digest that, then that's all you consume, those thought patterns, and it manifests in your body and how you express yourself.
Yeah.
So going on forth on that, it's like that was it was like an invasion of another like an ideas that I didn't choose myself. I was just like grown, you know what I mean, as one does. Then just you got invaded by other influences, and you didn't have those protective walls to really build up, and you're just like defenseless in a sense. But it's not like they didn't mean that in an actual invasion. It's just like contact high in a sense. Like you just got contact. You just got ingested in the pool of the thought patterns.
Damn.
So like they were raised by that, and there were other people got raised by that. So it just like it became like a hive mind, but you're not even aware of what you're in, which is pretty insane to be honest.
For real.
But remember, I became aware. I always go back to The Power of Now, that book, and I just got yanked so hard on my body with like working. I was working in a warehouse of like I was selling plumbing supplies. Like that's wild to me. Like that my body was there, and I just kind of fell into my lap, and it's just like this is the life I chose without being aware. But it was just pretty incredible. Like you don't really have to have much decision in your life, and you will be either way. You'll be there with your body just naturally throwing you through life and going its course without you even being aware of it, which is pretty crazy. Like you don't have like almost like no free will in a sense. But I was working and I was like counting. I used to like count supplies. Like that was crazy to me. Like I used to like get the supplies and really count them one by one, or like fast count 5, and then I'll load heavy ass boxes that cost like the weighted like 120 pounds. I got really good at like that type of shit.
Alright, what's up with that?
I'm just saying I became aware that I was actually working there. I got dissociated so hard. I'm like it's like I just dissociated so hard that I became aware, and it's just like my body yanked itself, and just to experience myself actually working there. And that's what happened to UPS.
Yeah.
And like after I became super aware, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? You know what I mean?
Damn. So like you experienced that even before you went to the second warehouse job.
Yeah, but I go back into the human experience, just like cruising.
Damn.
I feel like that's your life story though.
I mean, type shit. Yeah.
So I was trying to get at like lying to yourself.
I mean, that's like I'm saying like what I guess I'm laboring like in a different way, like dissociation. It's a mask.
This is something else to me. Yeah.
Like
I don't think so.
Well,
I can see the relation.
What is lying to yourself then?
Because the experience that I'm talking about.
Like being like delusional, that's not being true.
Yeah, like that's okay with you experiencing.
There's a varied amount of experience. But for you, it's like just becoming conscious of what's happening. You know.
Because I feel like that thing of what you have is not conscious. You know what I mean? So like that's like it's a living lie. Like you're just in a mix. That's I'm like the whole life is a lie. Because it's like it's not true. Like it's lies.
Well, now you just put in the word lie. I feel honestly, bro.
I mean, it makes sense to me though. Like I really like because it was like I was lying to myself, and so it made me live that way because I was following the lies. You get me? Like I was going down that course.
So you believe that? You believe
I mean, in this, like I'll believe lies, you know. Like I'll believe that
you
pattern.
Still believe lies?
And then he's like, you have to.
So then, do you still believe lies?
I mean, and it's like most likely, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, if I tell myself dumb, it's like you become much more conscious of it incredibly quickly. Yeah. Then it just like it just peels off of you now. Instead of like, oh, that's me. It's just like you just peel it off.
Yeah, in a way, that's kind of like a mask, huh?
It's a fucking mask. It's a lie.
Yeah,
that's a lie.
Have you ever built a mask?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Actually, I don't know if I have.
Yeah.
I never think I did.
This one kind of like it seems like you put on the mask without knowing, you know.
Yeah, but consciously putting on.
Oh,
one.
Yeah.
Oh, like manipulation type beat.
Like, yeah.
Oh,
that's what it is.
I mean, probably for like a little period. Cause I'm like, that's not good, so I stopped doing it.
Oh, cause I started really young, like lying to myself and like convincing myself to believe my lies, you know.
Really?
Because it's like convincing myself to believe the lie would be the only way to seduce the suffering that came from it. You know what I mean?
Damn.
And that's the path that generally people take when they go down
How old did you
road.
figure that out?
I was like probably like 11. Or like,
that's wild to me. That's wild to me every time you tell me that, bro.
It was ridiculous and it was terrible. It obviously led me down a terrible path in my life.
I remember talking to one of my friends, my internet friends, and she told me she became aware, like extremely aware of what she's doing.
Okay.
You're like, oh my fucking god, what's going on? Then just click back into it.
Damn, it's like you're waking up from like.
You wake up, then you're like, where am I?
Like go back to sleep.
And you do, and so it's like. I was like, damn, bro, it's like since that young, you were awake to me? Like that?
It was woke.
Whoa. I was...
Like, cut that out.
No, put that in.
I'm good.
He's fine.
Happens.
He's fine.
You good, bro? What happened?
Yeah, leave that in, bro.
That was hard.
My bad, bro. No, I'll give that back, bro.
But that's why I mentioned that the point
that's why earlier I mentioned that a pinnacle point that Miguel mentioned was when he realized he was lying to himself, because this is like the pivotal point for a lot of people, is when you notice that what you're doing is not good, and once you're aware that what you're doing is not good, now you have a choice, to fix this, or to not fix this,
Right.
And for some people it's a simple choice. For some people it's a harder choice.
Especially when you're doing it consciously.
And your body feels some type of way to it too.
Yeah, and then it kind of
Like,
ties
it's
into like your
depressing.
ethics.
Wow.
It's like it can really like be dragging you down. It drains you because
Right.
it's like your body is speaking to you like this is not like, it's almost like pushing you.
Isn't
in the
depression the
most-
definition of like you just finally not wanting to be who you've been, like you want?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like you're
Yeah.
peeling off, and it's just like a physical pain of you like coming out.
Yeah.
Bro,
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's crazy. What I think is crazier is like going so far, like being so far, and then like facing the struggle to come back to the light. And it's like to anybody that goes that far down a dark path, and then to come out of it and to be in the light is like it's an insane journey. It's probably like the one of the craziest triumphs of you.
It's like human existence. That's that
Yeah.
that
Because
journey.
Everybody
get
deals
there.
with this. Everybody,
I think so.
Yeah, everybody,
100%.
everybody deals with this. This is the duality of light and dark.
It's like the Buddha, like life is suffering.
Everybody has a point with this.
That's
in their
such a
life.
simple saying, but it's like that's crazy. He's
One
like
of the truest ones.
And
Yeah.
some people go very long in their life still like keeping that in and not challenging it,
Yeah.
and just kind of like being that stay in the
it's
background.
so second nature, you know.
Yeah.
It's like a rat going for some cheese.
Yeah, it's because it's just, it's a nature thing. Yeah.
You know, clapping for
Like,
But it's about becoming aware, and then challenging and facing the task to
yeah.
to go to the light, go to purity, go to love, go to understanding that.
And I'd be
hate
sorry for those folks, man.
not
Real
good.
shit. I'd be sorry for those folks.
I'm
I'm about to say
I
homies.
mean, you gotta pray for them.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
like every person I've spoken to.
Mhm.
That's a lot of people actually, but
Every
that's no. I'm talking about like any person that I try to get to know,
Yeah.
and they tell me their dreams or their other life they wanted. Like
Wanted.
they were talking about. It was this guy in my job. He was like, I want to be like a tattoo artist,
Mhm.
and he was like, this is not the life I want to live. Like he was telling me like, so like this, like I didn't want to be doing this shit, and I'm like, that's crazy. My other coworker be telling me like what she's into, like what, like why you get into nails and like going for like designs and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my other friend, she's like telling me like, it's like I feel like this college stuff is useless for me because like I know like you feel it that it's like you're wearing something. It's like heavy. Like that's not who you actually are. Like that's just like who you think you are. And it's like it's false in a sense. So it's like you constantly convince yourself in going that way, but then once you get to an age, you just like you click out of it so hard, and it's like midlife crisis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's a crisis because like the foundation is not getting evicted, buddy. That's crazy.
It's falling apart
Yeah.
for the better.
Sometimes it's too hard of a fall. You never prepare
Sometimes you
yourself.
get buried when in reality you've just been planted, you know?
Yeah,
You know?
but like I don't think everyone's gonna go. I mean, I guess the death is the then. Like I don't really know how to describe it. Like I guess that's the mission in a sense. Like when you die like super young or something. Maybe you understand. Is like I don't know. That's the end of the mission for them, which seems crazy. Like I think about kids who die so young.
Yeah, I think about that too.
Yeah.
Be like, damn, like who knows what they would have become, but then it's like maybe they already became what they needed to become. You
Yeah,
know?
because it affects us indirectly.
And it makes you wonder why, like, I'm still here sometimes. I'm like, damn.
Like I should be chilling. You know what I mean? That's not a real fear of mine. You know.
Yeah.
Dying. I mean, it is, of course, it's pushing me to do shit, but like,
Same.
I'm not in like survival mode right now.
No. What does survival mode even mean, though?
Like, no shelter, no food,
Oh, okay.
no supplies,
Like
like the
your
basic
needs.
human needs.
Yeah, you have it all.
I got it all.
We got a phone, like we got a mess right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's like a good mess. You know what I
Got it
mean?
good.
We got a good mess.
Yeah.
But lying to myself would be living a life that you don't want to live.
I will.
Damn. So,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like speaking about the life you want to live.
I was just making sure, like.
Speaking of the life,
I
you
know.
wanna
I was
live.
thinking transition, but I didn't take it.
I didn't really get to
I
hear
took it.
yours, though. Like,
He spoke like for a while.
seriously?
I spoke. You should listen.
My bad, man.
You can watch it back.
You can watch it back.
For sure.
Seems like
Well, speaking about what I said.
the life you want.
Speaking of the life you want, I want to go on to actualizing your life or starting to take action or to rip the lie off. To rip the lie off. To rip the lie off of your life.
But also just taking action, you know, in the life that you want, you know, in pursuit.
So it's like, how do you actually start? And the big part is becoming aware of the life you're
sure.
living.
Yeah.
And the next step is the simplicity of the action.
Yeah, that one's
So simple, but yet so difficult. What's it called? Well, for me, it definitely has. And actualizing is like, for me, it's different for everyone. Because like after you
Different
become, like after you become aware, it's your choice, which is wild to me.
yeah.
Like I always think like, oh, we're on the same journey, but we kind of are in like
It's
the
also
hive, you
it's
know.
also self-discipline. You know?
Yeah.
It's like this is like a large part of this here.
But like the self-discipline becomes second nature at that point. So it's kind of just like
once it's
installing new
once it's
things
in,
into you.
Once
yeah.
it's in, but
It's
it has
in.
to be in,
Yeah.
and getting it in is the process of actualizing.
That's crazy. Like the building the ship is the worst part, but when you're going, you're going.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's crazy. That was a crazy.
Well, now you
visual.
gotta keep it going, but yeah. Yeah.
But actualizing.
You felt that vibe?
Yeah, I felt that vibe,
That
bruh.
was the car that just rode by.
That was a car just rode by.
Yeah.
Like they going to Makina. We end it and go to Makina.
Like,
Bro.
Nah.
Bro.
Stop it.
Bro,
Alright.
Stop.
Dang.
We turned on that shit real quick.
We could, anyways.
No.
But yeah, so. Yeah, man, you gotta get that shit going.
So like I'll be like, how do you actually start? Well, my process was dramatically long. It wasn't that long. Like I mean, I feel like it was really like living in other people and becoming like at the end is taking full step in my shoes at the end. Like how many, I really did try different lives. That's crazy. Like I wore them. And I was dumb, and at the end, I picked my own shoes. That's crazy. Or like I was like, I already got the.
But now you have to experience that life.
Yeah, I think that's the whole point. Like, at the end, you know.
Would you say you're still trying to figure it out from that?
I'm figuring it out in the sense of creating those ideas that I install into me. Like right now, I was like, okay, this character I want to create, and like that's just who I am, and it's like. Well, I'm like, what do I? Because it's so like figuring out shit, and it's like really incredible.
Yeah, a big part is having principles that are you. You know, having principles that
like
you follow.
choosing all of that, not all of that. Of course, you could be influenced, and just I like that. Just put it into it.
Yeah.
But like you becoming that in its entirety, and you see other people going down their own path, and like they're not fully aware of like the cycle they're building, but it's gonna break, well, I just hope for them or not in this lifetime or another lifetime.
I feel even if you're not fully aware of what you're building to when you're actualizing, I feel having the full spectrum awareness of what you want to be is and having different types of principles that you're following, and actualizing those with whatever you do, that'll definitely build towards faithfully, that'll build towards a path. But then you can get an idea, and then an idea forms this actual structure and then this actual building towards a clear vision or a clearer vision, and then the vision only gets clearer, new ideas occur, and then those ideas become clear, and then but
wow, life is like really like a painting you're creating. That's crazy. Just
right
yeah,
painting,
that's crazy. Yeah. Like we painted the sky, That's crazy.
We did.
Yeah, later you understand.
Perfect.
But what's it called? Literally. But I would say like, how do you get on? Like, okay, what are the actual steps on like? Well, everyone's different. Everyone is truly different.
Yeah.
But it's like, this is just my shade on my personality. But actualizing is incredibly hard. It's been very difficult for me actually, and it's like, it's like really getting to know yourself,
especially
and
when
supporting that system that you created on yourself to push yourself and to really like just make momentum. And now you're building and get other things to the system, rebuilding and get other things, and like, oh, that doesn't work, just throw that shit away, then get another thing and put it on, then it's a whole entity. Then you put like, okay, there's like, you put wrapping on it and shit, then get a brand going on, like, oh shit, we're really moving now. Then you got like a whole source and shit, like, oh damn, like we're really going for this shit, bro, this is above me. You get other people included, like people been included, but it's already all included. That's crazy, bro.
And y'all all growing at the same pace. And then,
That was fucking fire, dude.
But the thing I want to bring it back to is what I want to bring it back to is that shit's difficult.
Oh, alright, guys, look at that.
No, I want to bring it back to that shit's hard.
You said enough.
That shit's hard to do, and because you realize that the hardest things to do in life are the only things worth doing.
Right. Say that again.
It's the hardest things to do in life are the only things worth doing. And so, yeah, it's hard. But knowing that you're gonna love those hard things, it's like, fuck, dude.
How do you love those hard things?
How do you love? Well, because of their result, because of their result, and because of perhaps even the action. Because you realize that you do love the action, even like in the present or in retrospect. However so.
I think you see it pay off over time.
Well, I feel like Miguel has always kind of said that, the whole
What's
like he said I think it pays. He said I think it pays off over time.
He traditional as fuck.
Yeah, and I feel like he said that a lot.
Grown ass man.
And I feel like it's just because it's related. It's a little. In some sense, it's like in my head.
It's kind of dumb.
It's a little bit coping because
it's coping.
It's coping because he's in the school system that abides by that.
I kind of want to yank him out of, but it's all good.
It is what it is, and so
yeah, I'm literally gonna ruin your life.
Yeah, we're gonna like
we're gonna ruin this man's life.
Like if you gonna be around us, like
yeah, good luck to your life.
That's funny. That reminded me of something.
Look at that,
Like we're not joking.
No, I've never saw it as a coping strategy. I just feel like it's more like a mission, bro. Like I feel like life is a game in a sense, and it's like,
whoa.
I feel like every
step, that game.
You can't really like. Life takes a lot of fucking hard work to do what you want to do, right? No matter what it is you're doing. Even this podcast is a lot of fucking hard work. You know what I'm saying? And so like. I just feel like it's just part of the process, bro. You can't really look for results but trust the process. But I'm a person that also fucks with the results when it happens, like there's no way in hell you're not going to see results over time. Like even with this actualization stuff going on, everything is all about actualization, because you realize, look back at yourself a year ago today, like you were not the same person you are today. That's a fucking result.
Like it kind of was.
I'm just getting another one.
Bro, y'all are insane, bro.
You want one?
Bro, y'all are
You
insane.
want one?
Literally one?
Because y'all about to finish them.
No,
like,
for real, bro.
damn.
We ate way too many. But
bro,
that's cool.
I didn't want to eat one because I knew how it would make me feel if I ate one.
But you just
and
had to
y'all
have the
ate
last
so many.
one. And we're still kicking.
How do you, bro, I would feel terrible.
It's because I'm drunk.
Oh, it makes sense.
It's because I'm high.
Makes sense. But
I'm really crossed, but
like they're not that good. No.
They're better when you're crossed.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's like why. That's how I see it. But yeah, man, just keep going. You know what I'm saying? With the actualization shit. Even though
why keep going?
Why keep going? Because you still got a fighting chance.
Why?
What do you mean why?
Why fight?
Because what else are you gonna do?
What are you fighting?
System.
Whatever's bringing you down.
No, but Miguel,
You gotta look at like, you know when they bring you down.
Yeah.
It's like you pulling yourself out of water. Like you can't pull. You gotta go in it. You know what I mean?
It's just the reason why we bring up like the fact that you're in school is because it goes fully against.
Later.
It goes.
We'll split it.
It goes crazily against the way that life is gonna be when you're outside of school.
Yeah.
In terms of building towards a goal and a clear vision for something you want.
Uh-huh.
Because activities that you do in school, you don't necessarily see how this is building towards what you exactly want. You know, you're doing it because of criteria.
Like literally, it's an idea. It's a system.
Yeah.
Then you're right here. You gotta like.
But when you're
in
out
it.
of school, you're literally going to be able to
You're literally like
build
you're
your
not
life.
You're not.
Into like
You don't have your like. You don't build your criteria, man. Like it's literally installed into you, so you go a separate way. And that's like 100%. Like it's that shit's installed into you, and it's like absurd. Like that's like damn. Like the things we eat.
Yeah.
things we eat.
Yeah. I literally just ate like a whole fucking tray of like.
Yeah, no, I know that wouldn't make me feel good because you know a lot of how you feel is from your gut. How they say, you know.
Like I'm not.
I'm just
looking
used to
at.
eating shit, I guess.
Yeah, well, I don't think you're as sensitive to it. Is all. You know, I think, but.
I'm like
and
too aware of it.
And I
to
think
be honest.
and sensitivity is also like it's varied between individuals. I feel, but it's also
Is it actually?
Yeah.
But it can be tuned into.
So.
You could tune into the sense because I feel like in the past year I've tuned into this sensitivity a lot.
Dramatically.
And like I'm like I know when to stop eating. You know, I know what's gonna make me feel. I know how something's gonna make me feel before I eat it.
That's good, bro.
Every time.
Hell yeah.
And sometimes I still choose a bad choice.
Hell yeah.
That's human existence.
Yup.
So I have bad choices.
But you gotta actualize the good one.
Yeah, I guess.
Like
what
I
is? Then let me.
I'm fucking depressed.
Everybody's choices
You're
vary.
depressed.
I think college is a good choice. They don't seem to agree with
It's
this.
a
on
I was
that.
good-
just
Bro,
saying something about
it's
it.
your path.
I was just
One.
saying something
Exactly.
about
Everybody's
it.
is different. Everybody's is different in terms of choices.
Like, no.
It's like
You don't understand.
You don't fucking get it.
But you will.
You
I can
You
tell
all
y'all.
will.
I'll tell y'all the same thing.
And like, imagine this is your mind, and Heber and I, we have two drums outside, like, doom, doom, doom,
damn.
doom. Come on, Miguel. Like, just like that's crazy.
Like that made sense to me. Like it's shaking and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, boom.
It's like I'm not a fucking gong. Stop hitting me. Like
I'm not hitting you. Oh, you like a bell.
Yeah.
That's you. You just boom, boom. That's crazy. But yeah, actualizing your life is probably the most
important.
It's like you're actually.
It's like the last part of life.
It's like you're actually living.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like yeah.
But
That's when you actually.
what my dilemma was for such a long time was either like this is your life and you skipping in front of it, and it's like what happens to your life? You know, like this is like the life you're dropping. So my big part was like understanding the life you come from. And understanding that and solving the equation that was given to you so you can teach the people around it and kind of just break it, you know what I mean? You break the system you were installed into and you become hyper aware of that and go back to it and fix it. You can fix it, but you don't have to do it alone. You can evolve them into the quest of deleting yourself or like just completely rebirth of the generation or the blood that you got pushed along. So with that, it's like I want to solve that. Like I need to. Like I have no choice. Then after that, it's actualizing incredibly like present, pushing like the life I've always wanted. Always, I mean, like it was gonna happen. But the thing is like it's in a different taste. Like I made the burger. You know what I mean?
Wrong with that, yeah.
Like this is home cooked, you know, home cooked life.
Made with my love.
Made with my love, not the, you know, and it's spitting and all.
What? Shit.
I mean, it's just to say that when like people aren't gonna put your love into something. You know, you're the only person that can put your love into a creation,
For sure.
into something you're building. You know,
Only you get it.
You know, and I feel like in some, you know, you're the most loving person you can be at
To
a certain
yourself.
point in your life, you know.
Yes.
If you can get there, you know.
Oh yeah.
And so at that point, it's like, well, nobody else should
Yeah,
be putting
in my
yeah.
actualization, I wanna, cause like it's so difficult to people even to become aware of their whole existence.
Actual.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want to build things that like hyper build that.
And like raise human thought.
Yeah, raising human consciousness. Like,
yeah. Get people thinking.
Well, there's a lot of ways actually.
Yeah, there's,
there's
like-
a lot of ways that people are trying right now. I mean, there's a lot of systems that I've seen, more recently too. But also, you know, in my past, it was really just education and YouTube.
Like-
but I recently I've seen more like actual system. You know, but
like I don't think that exists.
not.
What I'm trying to create is insane. Like,
Not
like,
sensationally.
like it's not. There's no foundation.
It's not sensationally done yet. It might be on a small scale right now.
Like I'm thinking it is gonna fucking happen.
Yeah, for sure.
That's insane.
Like sensationally, an event like this will occur where there's a, and it's about I don't know why I keep going on, but
It's like Martin Luther King with I Have a Dream. Like that shit was existing.
like that sensation he knew would occur, but and he was trying to accelerate.
Accelerate it.
Yeah, that's a big word that's been used a lot recently in my head. Is acceleration. I've seen it a lot too, and so it's been influencing accelerating the network. You know, because eventually these people. Alright, shit, man. You know what I'm saying? What's up with you? Why you laughing so hard? What's so funny?
That's all love.
I want to laugh too. Shit.
Man, I can keep going on and trying to like deconstruct it, but
But it really just varies on if the person wants to like even like do that for themselves, you know.
And sometimes they don't even know if they want to do that for themselves. So
Yeah,
like,
But
how can you
eventually,
put the foundation?
How do you get them to want it?
The foundation is
Well,
like
it's like with
almost,
anything. It sometimes could be even of a disservice if they don't.
It's
want
like pulling the person up to the painting. Well, you have a filter on it, but you can almost like you can hold their hand, but they have to actually pressure the force onto the eraser to like erase
The
it.
action always comes down to
The person.
the person. You know, the soul in the vessel. You
Because
know?
I was trying to understand myself. I'm like, do I have a save the world mentality, bruh? And it's like, am I a fixer mindset?
Dude, you know when I found out that I was like the only person that could make me do it is me, I was like, oh my fucking.
It
God.
fucking sucks, right?
It was the worst day of my life, bro. I'm not
Yeah.
even kidding. It was the worst day of my life.
Damn.
When I realized I was like,
But then I'm like, you're not sure. You just have to find out.
all the other days were better.
Seriously?
Yeah, you just find other people.
I've never saw it like that. I've always saw it like I am the one that does this.
No,
Like no one can make me do it.
literally,
mean,
this
no,
fucking
I-
house was built on an idea.
I guess.
This thing is an agreement of something. So it's
But like one person could do all this if they wanted to.
Well, it's just that.
but
like,
it accelerates it if you get another.
Yeah, but,
okay.
but starting out though, generally, when you have such an abstract thought, you're not gonna find a lot of people. Well, typically you wouldn't find a lot of people that have the same abstract thought, but with the internet, you can. And you know something that I sent y'all last night.
I'm sorry, I didn't read it. I saw it. But, oh yeah, go on.
I just wanted to get at the point that like, you know, something that I sent y'all last night was basically the idea of you know, every artistic nexus point of mass of people, you know, a location where art where the greatest artists go is has evolved over time. And the next location is the internet, you know, because more artists with you know these abstract ideas can connect and
Right.
but you know taking the internet out of it, you know, when you do have an abstract idea, you generally are the only one that is pushing yourself to do this one, you know.
Yeah.
And ultimately, it is always gonna be up to you to do the choice. But you know, sure, people can encourage you, you know, and that helps. But it is ultimately up to you. But yeah, the internet is up next.
But hold on.
So
Sorry.
we gotta save it.
Yeah.
It's like you can become like a collective energy in a sense that I'm saying like becoming aware that you have to do it yourself. There's that, but like you know how we fall. It's like an accountability thing, but you both came to the same belief and agreements of the belief. So it's like if you can both agree, and then it's like you guys are not apart at all. It's just that your own personality is the only thing that's apart from anyone else.
Yeah.
So it's like you become. So it's a bunch of beliefs behind that, and if you have the same beliefs, you're not doing it alone. You're doing it like in a syncing, but sometimes you tune out of that frequency. You like it kind of gotta shake at the same time, you know. Like then you getting locked back into each other, and it's like. Yeah, it's just like so you're not doing it alone because you're like you're like shaking at it, you're rattling.
I get that.
Harmonizing.
Yes, but also each of these vessels have their own ideas, though. You know generally yes, everybody like when you have a thought, somebody else has had that thought too. But
which sucks.
But not at the same time, you know. Like you,
not always.
You don't know. So
we can be like potatoes.
But,
boom, gotcha.
Yeah. But generally, there's we live in a large isolation. Where we don't always express all of our ideas, you know. And so
why not?
People steal them.
Well, I just wanted to bring it back to it does ultimately go back to you. Like you are a little bit alone in the sense of if where you have to be the one to bring it out. In some
I get you, but I'm so on the silver lining on that, you know.
Oh really? What do you mean? I'm
like fuck, bro. I literally just explained it.
Fuck.
Like wait to listen.
Yeah.
But glad we could put this on the internet so we can remember it.
Yeah, the internet's dope.
The internet holds you accountable, bro.
We gotta save it.
Glad we can put this on the internet so we can come back to it.
What else can you find on the internet, Heber?
So many things, man.
Yeah. What's one particular thing that you find interesting?
You guys okay with me talking about what I found on the internet?
Yeah, go for it, man.
Yeah, recently I found out. Well, not recently. No. It's been a few months since I found out about Milady. We'll be talking about Milady, which is a.
Can I speak to her? Or is she your lady?
Well, there's 10,000 of them, but
no.
Yeah. Then they have their little brother called Remilia.
Gay as hell.
Wait, what?
Hey, not this month, brother.
I'm sorry. I mean, it's Pride Month. Shout out to gays.
Shout out Pride.
Shout out Pride Month.
This is a Pride Month special.
Now we just trying to market, bro. Like you put like a little banner, Pride Month.
Like this is the only episode we're dropping this month.
Companies be fucking.
I'm like, why are all of my friends gay? Like we're literally only market our gay people.
That's what it is.
Imagine our marketing side is like the gays, and we're like, anyways.
Nah, but Miladies have actually crazy marketing strat. But Milady, back to Milady. It's really so it's made by there's a lot of names surrounding this group. It's a community of people, and what's most important is what these people believe in and how this network thrives in their beliefs, and very correlated to kind of what we're talking about, and so there's the Remilia Corporation, which is kind of like the corporation that kind of made this is what they call themselves, and like they have ideals stated out on like there's a lot of different writings to this stuff that I didn't know about.
You know how capitalism works?
Yeah.
Are they making that?
They're trying to save the internet here. They're making a
is
system.
Is it like a system?
It's a system on
like
the internet.
Capitalism is a system.
I mean,
so essentially, is it like a belief?
Yeah, it's a belief, and generally everybody abides by it.
Really?
So
that's a cult.
Capitalism,
That's
boy.
a cult,
I mean,
bro.
sure, yes. Oh,
We're
yeah, sure. You can
under
call it a cult
right now.
Yeah, sure. But
Call us as Americans.
everybody likes to use the word cult,
Sure.
but I don't think we should even use it. It's a negative connotation. You really
No,
have to.
I think cults are awesome.
You always gotta look at the reality past the word, And so I just like to not use it, but yeah, there's a lot of that word is thrown around a lot, Actually, there's so many big conversations that are interesting ways of different views that they have, but generally the standard few views that a Milady abides by I'd say the first most important. They didn't put it as the first, but the first most important is they believe in the white pill. The white pill is essentially the clarity, purity, optimism, only understanding that if you love the
It
world,
is what it is,
it's understanding that if you love the world and everything in it, then you will receive that love back, and then
very surrendering in a way.
Is it like karma?
Yeah, it goes back to we farm good karma and win every day, win.
That's crazy.
And like a big tagline is we logged on and won forever.
That's big.
And
You start like.
and it was and the tagline got really used because May 10th Elon posted a meme and milady was in the meme, and
Really?
so
he knows about milady.
well, seemingly, and so everybody was like we logged on and won for real. Like,
Nah.
but the thing is,
They made
miladies are always winning, no matter what. Even if you're made
Losing.
it or whatever, it's like you've already won. You've already won by all the love that you output.
By the existence of yourself.
by the existence
Like we literally won the lottery. Of
you
being alive.
already won, yeah, and
Like,
so
fuck.
and so I really like it in those ideals. There's also like a lot of different philosophies that they follow.
Yeah, what's one of them?
Post authorship, which
What's that mean?
well, it's kind of like they it has to do with how the community, the gears work and how it moves, and there's also like psychotic interaction. As I mentioned, and it's
Psychotic interaction.
well, yeah, well,
Yeah.
it was just like it's a term, but
Don't know what that means.
well, I'm gonna explain. It's basically so this is how the system works, right?
Yeah.
Since it's primarily on Twitter,
Oh, okay.
it's people post, and
Yeah.
a milady has to anytime you see a milady tweet, you like a milady tweet, you respond to it, or it's very deeply written out, but the thing is, before you even read like the in-depth readings, you understand it by witnessing it, and that's how
That's crazy,
I
right?
understood it, because I was like, oh my god, the more that I witnessed, I was like, oh my god, these guys get it. I was like, oh my god, these guys get it. And then I actually read the in-depth explanations, and I was like, oh shit.
Did they get it?
And essentially
Yeah, you sold me a milady thing they retweeted. I was like, hey, bro, they get it.
Yeah.
They shit me out. Like,
Well, how I described it once I read a lot of it was, I was like, wow, they took everything that I know about life and just kind of added an artistic splash on it.
Yeah, that's literally what I'm trying to do.
And I was like, oh my god,
They get it.
I was like, wow, they really did it, because they added the artistic splash on the understanding, and then they have these systems of explaining it, and then there's also like quirky writings that are fun to read, that they're really just made to have a fun time reading, and then there's also a lot of the culture is meme-matic, and then
Isn't that the greatest feeling though? Isn't that the greatest feeling?
yeah, it's
Yeah,
literally
100%.
the greatest feeling. And so many people literally talk about how, like, dude, like I wake up every day in pure happiness
Yeah.
and love and joy, and it literally changed my life insanely,
Why?
Well,
When?
Well, because a few like a week to even like fully well I guess it's like slowly, because I found out about milady like for like months,
Damn.
maybe even a year, or I've seen him around for over a year, and I've always just kind of kept watch, but more so in the past, this year, earlier, just kind of seeing a lot of new, like, really diving into, because I started my crypto Twitter account a year ago, April 2022, and so it's been a year, and generally the people, I don't follow, I didn't start off following a lot of people, because I wanted the what I was, because I was infiltrating crypto Twitter, I was like, what y'all on about,
Yeah,
I was like, what's the alpha? The alpha is like, who has the intel,
Yeah.
what's the plays?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the obvious play is
Yeah,
milady, but this is an NFT project, by the way, and like they kind of explained that it's not an NFT project. Oh, you know, a funny thing. It is, but the funny thing is like, one of the funniest that I saw recently was like, NFT isn't really an NFT project. It's more like we're dreaming together. You know, that was it. Anyways,
Yeah, I don't get it.
yeah, you wouldn't. You know, it's just so funny. But no, it's a cool culture, and I love it too.
Chris still
That's
get
about
it.
it. Pretty much. I love the readings. I've been reading more. But that's really it.
I get it.
You get it? No.
Clicked.
We're
That's
dreaming
good.
together.
That's clean.
You know?
Wow. Huh.
Yeah.
Ain't that shit?
It's like it really don't exist. It's in their dreams.
Well, because you don't even have to like, because the whole NFT thing is like, it just has to do with one of the there's like a few creators, but it has to do with like a few different innovations. Milady has created a few different NFT projects at this point, and their latest, you know, and there was they had a Tokyo, they had a whole Milady event in Tokyo in April, right? And it was the craziest thing because they released one of the latest NFT project, and it was pretty innovative, and it's called Wonkler, and it's like a bid. It's a year-long project. It's like continual 0.1 ETH bidding each time up, you know, until you know stops. They went pretty crazy. And it's like there's more in-depth details about how the liquidity goes, but but the thing is, you don't need to do any of the NFT shit to be a part of the Milady community. You know, you just right click, save the picture, and that's it.
Wow.
Like, you don't have to spend any money.
That's
Like
so
genuinely,
shit.
and they're cool with that. They're fine with that. It doesn't matter.
I'm not cool with it.
What? That's fine.
They shouldn't be either.
Well,
No one's cool with it.
everybody's fine with it. Everybody's loving and understanding. But
I break the whole cast.
It's like fuck.
the market's just really there for the crypto nerds, you know.
Yeah.
But
That's cool.
and so it's but obviously a lot of, since the community is based off of that, there's like that kind of influence, but it's really, you know, bringing you know, everybody's influence or everybody's creations into Milady, into the community. And there's a lot of you know, I guess sub communities that are sprouting, like some music people or that are kind of like being there, but yeah, just people combining their life with Milady, you know, and integrating. Yeah. But yeah, I really been inspired by what the corporation is doing, Remilia Corporation, and it's really tight. Oh, but the meme that Elon posted was it was basically like big bold text, you know, it's like, there is no meme, bottom text, I love you. And because that's like the whole like Milady thing. It's like everybody loves each other.
So does Elon get it?
I think he gets it. You know,
I think he does.
Well, I mean, the meme. If you understand the meme, then you get it. Well, a big thing that Elon has always said is like, I know it's cheesy, but love is number one or whatever. But Grimes also kind of got into the community a bit. This is a great segue to like the cancellation of Milady. Milady got canceled. Milady got canceled a few months ago.
10,000 bitches, huh?
And
Enough said.
hey, don't say that. You can't. They're the little sweet piggies, man. But
I don't know.
but
10,000 canceled?
That's what
Seems like they did something bad.
That's what he calls them.
yeah, but this kind of like this
How about Milady? How about bitch?
But
Like,
bro, the cancellation went amazing, bro. Like,
Wait, what?
yes, bro. It was the response.
What?
To dude, it's because the response to the cancellation is insane, and it's like the in-depth writing of the like this idea of like of cancellation. It's like embracing cancellation, and like they talk about the people who like feed into like the
Is this communism, but it works?
yes, but I'm not sure. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah, like I don't know, but really, but no, there was just it's a crazy conversation though, because fucking
This is communism.
cancellation, dude. Because and this is a great point to rehash our views on cancellation, because if it's a
I don't want to.
they got wrecked, but the thing is, the fact of the matter is that that's not the reality of milady. You know, the allegations. Oh, there's a very popular meme that is now a shirt from the Remilia Corporation. It's like, this is the I beat the accusations T-shirt. Wear this one to show everybody that you beat the accusation. What did I just say?
Damn, bro.
The accusation.
Oh.
Accusations.
Accusations.
Allegations.
Yeah, allegations. And it's a cute shirt. It's really cute. But
You got it?
No.
Would
But
you get it?
I feel like
Is it like a Ponzi scheme?
Ooh.
There's a lot of Ponzi-nomic ideas. I feel. I don't know for certain, but I don't really care.
Why not?
Well, because I
Because you're one of them?
Well,
You're
yeah.
at the top?
No, I'm not at the top. I just started this shit, man.
He ain't gonna admit that on camera.
Really, you shouldn't.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, part of the thing is
I'm
like,
I'm a scammer, guys.
part of the thing is like pseudonymity.
Self-incriminated. Bro.
I mean, part of the idea is the fact that you're pseudonymous, and so people don't like fully know you.
What if you make yourself not anonymous?
Yeah. I mean, that's cool.
How does it feel in the community with that?
People are still down with that. Like people are like I follow people that have regular like them, you know, like,
Yeah.
but oh this guy's so clean, bro. The black necktie or the what are they, turtleneck, black turtleneck,
Oh yeah.
little chain in the
Yeah.
picture. He looks so
Dude,
good. I'm like,
that's from The Rock, bro.
huh? Oh,
Rock,
yeah,
he was like-
he does kind of like that.
He was literally that.
I'm like, oh, that's a good picture.
He was literally that.
And he's like, he's a milady, but he doesn't necessarily, you know, post or have a profile.
But there's a bunch of groups like that, right?
Huh?
Isn't there a bunch of groups like that? Like milady?
Milady.
Like sometimes they're not even aware of the other groups out there. You know what I mean?
I get that.
I wonder if there's a Spanish milady. You know what I mean? Like a Latino miladies.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's
Like Chinese.
Well, there's like.
But then it becomes like a
Like a one big like milady. Not even a milady no more. It's like milady number 125.
it's just lady.
The ladies.
The ladies. No, the single ladies. Look at the man.
No, but interestingly enough, more on the market side. It's interesting because there's like there's like a many variety of like fan made, or I'm just calling them fan made NFTs, but fan made milady NFTs, and generally there's like a group of traders that are only trading milady NFTs, milady derivatives. It's like with the different like
Derivatives.
and so I just think about how like eventually all of because every other NFT is like pointless, like very very like until there's a good one. There's no good ones right now at all.
There's a person named Ferocious. That was my first introduction to NFTs.
Fuck.
It's
Probably
like
a whack one. I don't even know.
he just sells art.
Oh! It's fine if it's like a one of one and it's your art. I mean, that's cool.
But
whatever.
then he created a platform.
Oh, well,
Like he made a whole game out of his NFTs.
Oh, okay. Interestingly enough, gaming NFTs, there's like one problem that needs to be solved, and if somebody can solve it and implement it, $1 trillion game. But right now it doesn't work.
Really?
Yeah. But it's close. It's on the cusp. It's definitely it's gonna be a boom eventually.
That's something.
But
Yeah. That'd be cool.
But no, I was just kidding. But
Oh my god, make transactions NFTs. Like in COD, like there's guns, you make them like
Yeah.
NFTs.
yeah, recently there was like
Ooh.
there's like
Like the skins,
Well,
one-on-ones.
But recently, a game that recently came out
Yeah.
with NFT guns.
It's not
It's
a
like
bad
there's like a
idea.
milady character in there. It's like and there's like a bored ape in there too. It's like milady Fortnite basically. But
That's crazy,
yeah,
bro.
I didn't really want to get into it because I know that like it's not profitable. It's not. I just don't want to spend money on that. It's not.
Come on.
I just.
Just put like $10 on
Just
it,
put
bro.
like $10 on it.
No, they don't cost $10, man. Gas fees are like $10. Fucking A.
Oh my god.
Gas fees are like
Gas
Ethereum, like network fee,
Yeah.
transaction fee,
Wow.
because it costs money.
You don't be minting?
I'm be minting.
What's that mean?
Minting is like
Minting.
you get like the NFT from the source or something, essentially, or you make the NFT. Yeah, essentially you make the NFT.
You don't do that.
I mean, well, in a way, the derivatives. Whenever a derivative launches, they typically have like an amount, and you mint and it's like, oh, they minted out. You know, they got all of them are sold out, and so now the only way you can get it is on the market. You know,
Yeah.
and so generally the mint price, you know, is cheaper than the market price. You know, obviously, if it minted out, or
Okay.
sometimes it is, and you know, sometimes they go under, but
I have no idea. But this is interesting, man, because this is completely foreign to me. You know, this is cool.
Like, it's foreign to me, but it's not.
Like, I know about the whole like crypto thing, but
Oh, but you know, yeah, there's like
There's
I
more.
got in some free mints too, because just because if you like just own some specific milady derivatives, then new derivatives just kind of give you stuff for
That's
free,
kinda crazy.
so that you could hop on it, so that people hop on and be like, hey, I hopped on, you know, so they influence other people. This is the Ponzi-nomic scheme that I'm talking about. You know, you know, yeah, because you get it for free if you're part of the gang. You use my affiliate link, stuff like
You bring in trustees.
This is the Ponzi-nomics part of it, but
Yeah.
but that's a whole different thing that, you know, I haven't gotten too into. You know, I keep my I don't spend money when I can't, you know. Well, I mean, I do, but shit, I've been trying not to, you know what I'm saying? I'm just because really but I did want to mention like my thesis for crypto overall, because you know, everybody's got to have a thesis in this shit, you know, especially if you're in it, you know. And I've dived deep recently, and generally I kind of dived back in at a good time because of Ethereum price being where it's at.
yeah.
Or where it was. I bought a lot at 17, but I don't know, I shouldn't talk about that. But
No.
So what's the thesis, man?
Oh, so the thesis, I think there's 2 more big crypto cycles left before. Like, so there's only 2 more big cycles to make life-changing amount of money.
Wow.
And the second one might not even be that crazy because of the mass adoption that's gonna occur in this next one. It really depends. We'll see how it goes. But right now, that's my thesis. Is only 2 more big cycles, and so that's generally going to take a decade or a bit over a decade to complete that. But the reason I say that, maybe not the reason, but well, there's a lot of reasons.
What makes it so life changing though?
The pumps. There's like clear cycles in crypto, and it's like the same thing with the stock market, where it's like, you know, it goes up, down, up, bear market, bull market, you know.
Okay.
Eventually, like the bull market always comes back eventually, you know.
And these are pumps in crypto. Is that what you call
Oh
it?
yeah, sure, but I'm just talking about the pump, you know, because you know there was like the obvious 2017, you know, peak. You know, it's whenever there's a peak, you know, whenever there's a new peak, a new high.
I get you.
You know, those new highs don't happen often in crypto.
Like stock.
Well, stocks, it's more stable, you know, they kind of just keep going up. For crypto, it's like it goes high, goes back down, goes back even higher, goes back even lower than the previous high, goes back, you know, that's how the cycles are different, but the cycles are always, you know, very parallel to each other. And so you kind of know that they're going to happen in the same way, or, you know, the gains are, you know, exponential and some, but
Do you think these are gonna happen within the next decade?
Oh yeah, the next 2. So yeah, well yeah, because that's how long the cycles take. They take like 4,
Really?
almost between cycles. I mean, you see it in the chart. You know, it's 2017 and then 2021 pump, and then bear market that is occurring now, and then well, the pump that will come. You know.
When do you think that will come?
Hard to say. I think well, what's crazy is that it like we're pretty low. We're not even like going up, but yet the NFT market just hit a peak. It just hit a top whenever we were at a low in the crypto
So
bear
NFTs
market.
and cryptos are their own different
Well,
systems.
the markets are not correlated because what influences the NFT market
Yeah.
is bonanza. It's tweets. It's fucking a bunch of bang, bang, bang.
That's
And
crazy.
so, you know, like, and Elon tweeted on May 10th, and so May 10th the market topped, you know, and then there was like that was like the massive gambling era where you could have made a lot of money, but that only lasted about a few days, and now we're like kind of like going back down, so now I'm like really waiting it out.
Yeah.
But NFT wise, but Ethereum's kind of doing something entirely different, you know. So it's like that's why I wanted to say the crypto thesis and then the NFT thesis.
Don't got one, huh?
Well, yeah, not a faithful one, because I haven't done NFTs for long enough. But I know that but I know that a milady is will eventually hit a new high. You know, but I'm not. I don't have a milady. I don't have a milady.
Oh man, this is like, hey, does anyone giving out miladies?
No, but dude, the thing is that like
Milady's call up.
I gotta get one sooner than later.
Taking milady.
How about we get a
applications out
milady in real life? New segment. Look at it. We get like, you know, one guy we got into relationships. Look at this. Like we're all simultaneously like for miladies. So
Yeah.
we just get in a relationship.
Damn.
That's a wife. But
So you said the NFTs are going back down right now?
well, the market for it is. I mean, because they hit a top, you know.
Yeah.
They hit.
It only lasted a few days.
I mean, that's how it generally. I mean, that's how. I mean, whenever there's a peak, there's
Always
people
a
sell.
decline.
You know,
It's just such a short-lived high.
well, it's not about that. Well, back to we already won. We win every day.
You're right.
And that's another big thing is like whenever the crash happened in the 2021 peak, the crash that followed, every milady was literally chilling so hard. None of them cared. But every other sector of the crypto space was depressed, you know. And so it's like miladies are always winning every day. We win.
Milady
you know?
members are fire, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's literally the chill. It's the cool kids table, you know.
Sounds
It's
like
just it
cool
is what it
kids.
is, man.
You know, recently there was a bored ape that you know, because it's a different community. But who got banned from like the milady Discord, and he had to pay to get back in. Oh, he actually spent like $50 million to get back in. Yeah, no, ridiculous. But aside the fact,
lying.
I'm not lying. Ridiculous. Because this guy was like running like.
I almost feel sorry for him.
He was running a meme coin. He literally just put his address. It was a big fiasco. But well, what's it called? One of the creators quoted his tweet. He was like, "I can let you sit at the cool kids table, but I can't make them like you." Like, you know, like you gotta be a milady, you know? Because and that's another thing about miladies is that like, you know, they know
You
when
said like
somebody's
10,000
not.
people, right?
Well, no, there's 10,000 milady NFTs, but there's derivatives. You know, there's other NFT projects
little
made
teams.
by the actual corporation.
So
Are associated
what the
with the
hell is
corporation.
milady, bro?
It's an NFT, no?
Sure,
But
but it's
is
more
it-
like
is it
we're
like a
dreaming
group?
together.
Okay,
It's a community.
I'm
yeah.
like,
How many people are in that community? do you
yeah.
think?
A lot.
Like, do you have a rough estimate?
Well, I mean, no.
How much do you think?
I have no fucking idea, to be
Really?
honest. But you know, I thought about it yesterday.
Is it like an organization in real life?
The Remilia Corporation is real. That's you know, they're hiring. You know,
Like, out of how many people is one a milady? You know what I'm saying? Like, like 1 out of
well,
100.
the thing
you
is
think?
because you
Can I get
don't.
it?
Well, back
How many?
to if you right click save the picture and then just, you know, follow the posting guidelines.
I guess 1 out of
So, yeah.
3 is a milady.
Or, you know, it's like, you know,
Statistics.
2.
they'll know, or like
You
any
know.
milady knows whenever you're a good fit, you know, for the you know, by your actions.
Wow.
Are you
know.
good fit?
I'm a good fit. People have told me. I'm playing.
This sounds
They-
like
they,
God,
They don't
bro.
tell me that, but
Like,
but
you
I
going to
believe
heaven
so.
or hell?
I believe so, and I try my
They're both
best.
the same thing.
I try my best. I try. Another big term is network spirituality, which is essentially spiritual. You know, throwing spirituality in the network. You know, because this is an online network where you're throwing out your thoughts in the timeline. You know, and you're etching, you know, your voice and causing a ripple in this. You know, and yeah.
I see.
That's incredible.
That's different, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was like that, bro.
It's crazy.
I thought everyone was just out there like,
I thought it was just like a dumb little meme.
nah. I knew there was something to it, but I didn't know it was like this
No, it
chill,
gets
you
kinda
know?
crazy.
I thought they were like hardcore, like
There's a group I like
No.
called Yes
Yeah,
Theory.
nah. Huh? Mystery?
Yes Theory.
What's that?
It's a YouTube channel. It's pushing discomfort.
Oh.
And like they're making people more aware of themselves, but the thing is like there's no real action side once you become more aware. But they're building like communities, and it's really cool because they have like meetups.
Oh, but I gotta tell you about the Tokyo event that happened with milady. There was like there was because they have raves, you know.
Yeah, we were gonna go to one.
But also, no, that was like a community made one. That wasn't by the corporation. I thought it was fine. Or at least the members seemed sure. Or the ones that I know were cool. But,
fucking leave. You could have just gotten another one.
I could have just gotten another.
Gosh, some fucking extra.
But but it's crazy. They have like they went to McDonald's.
Wait, what? What do you mean they went to McDonald's?
That was one of the events. They went to McDonald's and got there was like a in real life mint too for like an NFT, the Bonkler, the one that went crazy. But yeah,
I need to get behind these organizations, bro, because it sounds pretty like I'm missing out.
Oh, but I was thinking but this has been inspirational because I'm seeing. I was like you can make this in a different light, you know. Like I can make like imagine this applied to the music community that I've been like following and like kind of being a part of, and like imagine if you spread these ideals to these people and then they start, you know, realizing that these ideals are fire, and then they start actualizing those same things because they realize. And it's I'm like, oh my god, this could save a lot of these artists on the internet that I'm surrounded by.
This is literally gonna like
revolutionize.
It's gonna bring a lot of love, and that's, I mean, you know,
something good's gonna come out of that.
Yeah, you know, it's gonna be great. Right? It's
damn, that's beautiful, man.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Damn, yo.
But like, you know, one of the statements, as I said, is like milady's the only NFT that has the goal to be there by your bedside. And I was like, oh fuck.
Wait, what? By your bedside?
Yeah, like to your death, basically.
What?
Bro, this guy's took it crazy. You calm down.
Nah, that's like me with the mirror analogy.
But I'm like, damn. I mean, it is low key gonna be there till I die with me. Or it's gonna be, milady's gonna be like a part of me till I die.
So once you're in it for life.
Yeah, if you fuck with it, because you realize like
it's a belief.
That's not what it sounded like to me.
Even if it's an ideology.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, once you fuck with it, you fuck with it, you know. And you know, and prior to like fully like embracing. And you know, one of the other things is like it said the beauty of a milady is that all you need to be one is want to be one.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be one for like a long time before I even like really got into it. And so I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And it's crazy because, you know, prior to that, you know, the weeks prior to like entering,
but let me ask you a question that one goes all the way back to Miguel's question.
What was my question?
Because you were it was like topic, lying to yourself.
Oh yeah.
Because you said you became highly aware when you were 11.
I mean, I just said that I knew that I was lying, that I knew.
But
that
when
I was
did
lying.
you become like?
Well, I don't know what is. You know,
it's like.
I feel like
action.
I feel like I was always trying to get there.
But when do you know that you got there? Like this is like the age. Like, you know what? Not the age, but like just like. I was kind of asking like your personal experience and like when did you get there, like of knowing.
Oh, well, probably. I mean, late teenagehood, because you know, earlyhood in my life, it was about you know, challenging God. You know,
yeah,
challenging God my entire life until I got to God. You know?
So like, I think I'm asking for an age because I'm just like I just want to know.
Like, well, the age is like probably like 21.
Type shit, huh?
How old are you right now?
21.
So I was like, it's pretty interesting. Like, I just like, how did it make you view like?
But it was like crazy steps.
Yeah. How did it? I think what I'm asking is like, how did it make you view your relationship, of like you getting out of that? Like you weren't there yet of understanding, but once you click it, how is your perspective?
On when I wasn't.
Uh-huh.
Oh well, I mean, I knew that I was always trying to get here. I knew it.
Which is crazy.
I knew
yeah.
I was always trying to get here. I mean,
I could relate.
I knew it very.
But can you understand, like, you becoming aware of me trying to get understanding of that? Is your understanding like, oh, he was on the same wave, but like in a different surfboard?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know.
But were you aware when you were both riding? Like, were you aware that I was doing that?
Maybe not immediately for me. Not immediately.
Like, fuck, that wasn't the answer I wanted. Like,
No, that was a good question. Like, I'm thinking about that too, and like, I think I noticed it.
these fucking questions I can't answer.
I noticed it, but not immediately, because I was also doing my shit. I think it was like when we like expressed what we were going through mentally and shit, our ideas. That's when I was like, oh wow, like we low key like going for something, you know? Shit.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, we gotta get going. Look at that.
We're going for something.
We're gonna go somewhere now.
We're going for something. What are y'all guys going for?
I'm
Oh
going
my
to take
God.
a piss.
Oh my
Awareness
God,
with
bro.
creation, bro.
With your fucking deflection, I
For
swear
real.
to God, bro.
What are you talking about?
Half the questions I ask you, you don't answer.
For real.
God damn. Bro.
Goddamn.
Define an answer. A response to a
Look
question.
at you. Here you go again.
There you go.
Be more specific next time, Heber.
Yeah, please.
How about you face these emotions? Like, God, bro. Like, let's talk about you. Look at
Yeah.
Finally, my favorite subject. Like, what
It's
the
like Miguel.
Fuck.
this segment.
It's like super long.
God damn.
Nah, but I'm good on this shit, bro.
To wrap it up, homies.
Live it.
To wrap it up, I'm not in a cult. It just feels like I'm in a cult.
I am.
And
And I
My
love
computer
it, so
died.
what does it matter?
if you ever feel as if you're like going through a tough time and you don't feel like you can get out of it, or that you're not too happy with who you've been, it's okay. You know, it's never too late to change. You can always turn around whatever it is you're going through and shit. And yeah, you know, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. You just gotta make sure
You sounding so ugly right
that
now.
the
I'm sorry.
that you, I guess in a sense, you have to find that light. It's all about mindset, and it's
found
never
it.
too late.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
You just gotta find your way.
Yeah, you definitely
But once
gotta
you
find
do,
a way.
then you just gotta keep it going. Either way, you're gonna go.
Yeah, keep going. And
You're
enjoy.
gonna go in some
Show
way.
up. Keep going. And enjoy.
Yeah. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new, comment down below. You know, let us know what y'all thought about the episode. It's a little
us
different
know.
scenery. You know what I'm saying?
Check
Happy
out
we could get it
Milady.
going though.
What do you even describe that, huh?
We're in Cuba right now.
Yeah, we're
in
We took
Cuba right
another
now.
vacation outside of the country.
Yeah.
I would
And-
try something different
Just
for the
because we have
cast.
so much money.
Yeah, something different. You know.
Something different for the cast.
I mean, we're investing in this podcast. We're literally changing scenery. This trip in itself took us like 5 bands each. So like, y'all better
Some
like
side
and
for the
subscribe.
Yeah, I literally stole that.
Like literally, bro. Like I
But the
have
thing
no
is
money
like-
when I'm gonna get back home.
well,
I don't know
the
how we're gonna get back home. I'm gonna be real.
Like, please, can we just end this?
Any final words, Heber?
Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Thank
Really
you
do.
for watching.
Thank you.
Bye.
Should probably get a thumbnail. Huh?